So let's take a look at question number 23. This is from Manhua. Now, you can see over here that it says that the figure below is made up of what? It's made up of a triangle, very good, and a rectangle. Whenever it is overlapping, what happens is that we know that this is a constant part concept. Am I making sense or not making sense? It is a constant part concept. Now, the first thing you want to do, right, for this question is to label A, is to label B. Can you see it? Can you see it? All right, is to label B, is to label the last one, which is what we call C. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, so they say that the area of the rectangle is twice the area of the triangle. What is the area of the rectangle? B plus C. Am I making sense? Is to, what is the area of the triangle? A plus B. What is the ratio? 2 is to 1. Am I making sense? The area of the rectangle is 2 is to 1. Am I making sense? Now, then we move on to sentence number 2. Once you're ready, only when you're ready, okay? 1/8 of the rectangle. So let's go to the rectangle. Maybe I just want to write rectangle over here, and then after that we have a triangle over here. Okay. All right. So for the rectangle, which is called B plus C, right? We separate it. We're gonna have shaded and unshaded. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
What is my shaded? 1. What is my unshaded? 7. True? Because it's 1/8. It's shaded. Yeah. So then the total is weird, right? How come the total is 8? Can you see B plus C must be the same thing as B plus C on the other side? Do you understand or don't understand? So what do you want to do? You want to times 4 to here, you want to times 4 to here. Can you understand or don't understand? 8 is to 4. True or no? Okay, so make sure you write down all of these things first. Can? So from here, when you have all of these things ready, right, you know how do you do it already? Very simple, right? I ask you a question. A plus B is how much? What is the unit of A plus B? 4 unit, right? Right? Correct or not? Okay. We already know that the shader is what? Shader is what? Shader is 1 unit, right? All right. So shader is 1 unit. Then unshaded is 7 units, right? True? True or not? What else? A is how many units? See for yourself. What? Very good, because this B is what? B is what? B is shaded, right? Shaded is 1 unit, right? So this is 3 units. You understand or don't understand? You sure? Okay. So you must put alphabets, must label it. Am I making sense? The ratio of the shaded area to the total area of the figure. So shaded is to total. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the shaded? 1. What is the total? 3 plus 1 plus 7. Am I making sense? So 1 is to 11. That is the reason why your answer for this question has to be 1 is to 11. Okay, so as you can see over here, a group of 5 boys rented a paddle boat for how long? 2 hours. So our job always, we must always get to 1 boy first. Am I making sense? So 1 boy will be 2 over 5 hours. Make sense? Okay, they say that at any one time, how many boys were paddling the boat? 3 boys. All right, this is at every one time. Make sense? So 3 boys will be 2/5 times 3 over 1. That gives me what? 6 over 5, which also can be written as 6 over 5 as in 1.2 hours. Am I making sense? Agree or disagree? So 1.2 hours, what do you want to do? You want to turn that into minutes, right? So 1 hour, 0.2 hours. Correct or not? Can I change 0.2 hours to 2 over 10? 2 over 10 becomes, you times 6 here, you times 6 here. That is what? 12 over 60, which means to say how many minutes? 12 minutes. Agree so far? All right, and this is how many minutes? 60 minutes. Agree so far? So in total is how many minutes? 72. Why 72? Because we did 60 plus 12 minutes, and that's the reason why my answer for this question is 70. So the first thing you want to do, they say 2 numbers, x and y, and the ratio of 3 is to 7. So x is to y is 3 is to 7, correct? I like that you drew your table. That is absolutely correct. All right, we have x over here, we have y over here, right? So what I have in my before is that 3 units and then 7 units. True? What happens to y? Y is half. What do I mean by y is half? Yeah, that means to say how much is going to be reduced. Minus 3.5. True? But I don't like. I told you before, right? I don't like. Yeah. So if you want to times 2 to this is 14 units. Then you times 2 to this is what? 6 units. Correct or not? Do you agree or disagree? So when my change for y becomes what? I half of 14, right? Half times 14 units, that gives you 7 units. 7 units is minus. Am I making sense? I'm left with 7 units for y. True? X is increased by 4. So what am I left with? 6 units plus 4. So do it naturally first. This is my A, my after. Can you understand or don't understand? What happens to the ratio? The ratio became 1:1. Can you say 1 unit? No, you must say 1 part. 1 part. Oh my goodness, what are they trying to tell you? They're trying to tell you that 6 units plus 4 is actually equals to 7 units. They are the same thing. So just form your equation. You can see 1 unit is actually equal to how much? 4. Agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? Okay, what do you want to do right now? They say, what is the original value of x? How many units? Original value of x is how many units? 6 units. Very good. So we do 4 times 6. That gives me 24. And therefore, this is my answer for this question. This one. Now, John has just enough money, unfortunately, to buy either 6 rulers and 3, what? 3 erasers. It's actually equals to, because they say all, right? So I can either buy 6 rulers and 3 erasers, okay? Or what? 4 rulers and 8 erasers. Am I making sense? So you see this or you don't see this? So what you can do really is to group them up, right? Rulers and rulers sit together. 6 rulers minus 4 rulers is equals to 8 erasers minus 3 erasers. Can you understand? Okay, because there's a plus over here, there's a plus over here. Can? So what am I trying to do is I'm trying to see 2 erasers is equals to how many 2 rulers equals to how many 5 erasers. Agree or disagree? Okay, what am I supposed to do? Find 1 ruler first. 1 ruler is actually equals to 2.5 erasers. Can? Okay. What did the question say? He spends all the money on erasers. So how many erasers can he buy? He spends all the money on erasers. So if I know that 1 ruler is 2.5, find 6 ruler first, right? 2.5 times 6. Am I making sense? Right? 2.5 times 6, which is actually equals to 15 erasers. Am I making sense? Yeah, very good. Then after that, you do 15 erasers plus 3 erasers. That gives me 18 erasers. So therefore, this person can buy 18 erasers in total. Let's see. Okay. In a hall, 70% of the children were boys. So what do I have to do to 70%? You have to change to 70 over 100. Reduce that to 7 over 10. You understand? Okay, so don't need to, worry, because this is just what we call before and after, correct or not? And this is under percentage, okay? What is my before for boys? You can see that the before for boys is actually how much? 7 units. Am I making sense? Girls is how many units? 3 units. Yeah, so go one by one. You don't identify, you don't, break down your sentences is impossible, of course, right? How many children entered the hall? 87, right? Oh, do I know how many boys? I don't know. So I just plus 87. Okay? Just put outside first. Okay, what happens to the number of boys? Sentence number 3. 20%. What is 20%? 20 over 100. Very good. 2 over 10. Very good. 1 over 5. So increase by 1/5. That means to say we are going to do 1/5 times 7. But cannot, right? It's not plus 1/5. You get what I'm trying to say? You have to times. Am I making sense? So this is a bit like rainbow. Okay? So you are going to times 1/5, right? Right or not? Can you do that? 1 over 5 to 1, right? So you times 5 to this first, you times 5 to this first, you get to 15 units over here, you get to 35 units over here. Do you agree or disagree? So what you want to do is 1 over 5 times 35 units. Do you understand or don't understand? So 7 units is now added, so 42 units is my new number of boys. Agree so far? And the number of girls increased by how many percent? 50%. Half times 15 units is actually equals to how much? 7.5 units. Okay, this is still fine. This is still okay. 7.5 is still okay. Understand? All right, I will get to 22.5 units. Do you understand or don't understand? Well, can you see what is this over here? What is it over here? You can see that this entire part, yes, yes, very good. Can you understand? All right, 7 units plus 7.5 units is actually equals to how much? 14.5 units, right? And 14.5 units is actually equals to 87. Agree or disagree? So 1 unit is actually equals to 87 divided by 14.5. 1 unit you get to 6. Make sense? Well, the question is asking you how many children were there in the hall in the end. So in the end, how many units are there in total? This 42 units plus this 22.5 units, that is 64.5 what? Units. Am I making sense or not making sense? All right, so when you find that, you do 6 times 64.5 units, you get to an answer of 387 children in the end. Okay, so well, the first thing you want to do, of course, is to write out. You must write out, can or not? All right, so we have how many shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 shaded. Agree so far? Yeah. How many unshaded? 2 unshaded. Let's move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many shaded? 10 shaded. How many unshaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 unshaded. Agree or disagree? How many shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 shaded. How many unshaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 unshaded. Am I making sense? Well, you can see from here is that from the shaded to the next shaded, right? You always add how much? From here to here is also plus 3. Right or not? True. Then when it comes to here, you plus 4, and then from here to here is plus 6. So you cannot go by the gaps. Okay? Can? Okay, the first one is very obvious. The first one is basically what we call equal intervals. Can? Whenever it is equal intervals, you want to use a formula. What is the formula? Vn equals to V1 plus bracket n minus 1 times D. Okay, Vn equals to V1 plus bracket n minus 1 times D. Now, if you're like, what is that? Okay, let me explain to you. Okay, Vn stands for the value of the figure. V1 is the value of figure 1. Okay? N is the figure number. Okay? D is the difference. Okay? So we're going to use this to help us. Okay, we're going to use this to help us. Okay, you see for yourself, huh? What is this 19 shaded tiles? This 19 shaded tiles is my value of the figure number, which is Vn, right? Which is what they want us to find, right? Can you see that they want us to find the figure number? So we write 19 over here first. What's V1? V1 is value of figure number 1, which is 7. Plus, what is the figure number? We don't know, we are trying to find. Alright, not? What is the difference? The difference is 3. Make sense? Okay, so then we continue from here. Alright, 7 plus 3 times n is 3n, right? 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Can you understand the rainbow method? Yeah. Can see the rainbow method or cannot? Okay, this to this, this to this. Agree so far? Okay, I continue from here, okay? 7 minus 3, that becomes, so 19 is equals to 4 plus 3n. Same family? 19 minus 4 is equals to 3n. 15 is equals to 3n. Can I continue from here? N is actually equals to 15 divided by 3, n is actually equals to 5. Okay, so this method will work super well when they ask for figure n. Or sometimes they ask for 100 figure, then you're like, what? Yeah, so this is the figure number 5. Am I making sense? So what you want to do right now is you want to go and find the number of shaded tiles. Agree or disagree? Number of what? Shaded tiles. Shall we talk about the number of shaded tiles? Let's see. How many shaded tiles are there? You can see for yourself. Figure 18, right? Same thing. Use back the formula. Vn equals to V. Let's find shaded first. Can we all find the shaded first? All right, plus bracket n minus 1 times d. Am I making sense? Okay, Vn is Vn. Vn remains as Vn, correct or not? Your V1 is what? Your V1 is what? 7. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
7 plus bracket, what's your n? N is figure number 18. 18 minus 1 times. The difference is what? What is the difference? The difference, we learned just now that it has to be 3. Am I making sense? Yeah, okay. So now you see, now we're trying to find the value, right? We are given the figure number, right? Vn equals to 7 plus, this one is 17 times 3. Do you agree or disagree? Vn equals to, you want to work on 17 times 3 first? Can we talk about 17 times 3 first? All right, so 7 plus, what is 17 times 3? 50, 51. Make sense? Vn equals to 7 plus 51, that gives me 50. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah.
Do you agree or disagree? Okay, so Vn equals to what? 58. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? So this is 58. What? Shaded what? Shaded tiles. True or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the first part that you want to get to. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, of course, once you're done with that, obviously you don't just go on, right? You realize that actually, well, to find my unshaded, no, but actually I don't know because they want the total, right? Actually, it will be easier, way easier if you were to go by this. The total, what is the total for the first figure? What is the total for the second figure? What is the total for the third figure? What do you see from here? That these are all what we call square numbers. 9 is a square number. 9 will become 3 to the power of 2. True? 16 becomes 4 to the power of 2. 25 becomes 5 to the power of 2. Do you agree or not? How is it related to the figure number? It is always 2 more than the figure.
Oh, yeah.
Right? 1 and 3 is always 2 more than the figure number, right? Figure 2 is 4. Why is it 4? Why not 2 to the power of 2? It's 4 to the power of 2. Why? Because it's 2 more than the figure number. And then figure 3, can you see figure 3? I have to do 5 to the power of 2, right? Which is 2 more than the figure number, correct or not? So figure 18, what do you think figure 18 will be? It will have to be 18 plus 2 to the power of 2. Can you understand? So that gets me to 400 tiles in total. Well, then the next question say what percentage? Okay, the moment the question asks for percentage, what do you have to do? Something times 100, correct or not? Are shaded tiles, okay? So shaded over the total. Can you understand?
Yeah.
This is in figure number 18.
Yeah.
We actually got the number of shaded, right? In figure number 18, what is it? Very good. So 58 over, what is the total? Times. Very good. Okay, you press your calculator, you should get to an answer of 14.5%. So 14.5% of the tiles in figure 18 are shaded. Well, you see that this is an empty rectangular thing, right? Okay, so well, I guess the first part is very simple. All right, we know that this is an empty rectangular thing. Okay, what I want to do now, of course, is to find the base. Okay, sure. Let me explain. So the base area is basically just 35 times 20. Do you agree or disagree? Okay, when I do 35 times 20, we get to 700. All right, let's restart this question, Ken. Can you also write that down? Okay, well, we can find the capacity also, which is 700, you times the height. All right, so when you do 700, you times the height, you get to an answer of 35,000. Can you understand or not understand? Okay, well, the question says that the water goes into tap A, so tap A gives water, tap B removes water, right? For every 1 minute, how much water will go in? This is the in part. How much water will go in? 700 ml. Make sense?
Yeah.
How much water will go out? How much water will go out in every minute? 0.5 liters becomes 500 ml. Make sure that the units are all the same. Is that okay? So actually in 1 minute, how much water stays inside? How much water stays inside? Every 1 minute.
200.
Very good. 200 ml. Can you understand or don't understand? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, but the question is not asking you, what is the question asking you for?
How much water is in there?
After 6 minutes. Okay, so yeah, for this is very easy, right? In fact, the question says tab A is turned on 6 minutes before tab B, correct? Now? So it's basically 700 ml times 6. Agree so far?
Yeah.
Right, which is 4,200 ml. Okay, so we're going to write this down over here. Can? Okay. Now, first thing first, how long will it take for 60% of the tank to be filled? What is 60% of the tank? 60% times the capacity. 60% times the capacity. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Okay, you get to an answer of 21,000 cm cube. So this is the aim. This is what we are going towards. Am I making sense? This is what I want. What do I have right now? 0. Correct now. How long do you think it will take? So you see, for every 1 minute, how much water?
Wait, so I must stay away the further.
Sorry again?
Must stay away the further.
Very good. Why is that so?
Because there was a mistake.
Yeah, correct. So what you want to do is draw a timeline. Every time you thought your rate of liquid, okay, draw a timeline from 0 to 6 minutes. From 0 to 6 minutes, right? How much water is inside? 4,200 ml, correct or not? Okay, then from 6 minutes onwards, which we are trying to find out, how long will it take, right? In order for it to reach 21,000 cubic centimeter. Can you understand?
Yeah.
You just put everything cm cube first. Can? So to find out can we find out what is this first? We just have to do 21,000. You minus away 4,200. Am I making sense or not making sense? Okay, so you get to an answer of 16,800 centimeter cube. Make sense? Well, what do you see over here? Every 1 minute, how much of water goes in every 1 minute? 200 ml. Correct or not? So how many minutes do I need in order for me to have 16,800 ml? Do you understand? Or you can put cm cube. To find this question mark, we will just have to 16,800 divided by 200. Can you understand? All right, so when I do 168 divided by 2, I'll get to an answer of 84 minutes. Where is this 84 minutes? It's only here. Can you understand? Yeah, why do I have to plus 6? Because there was a 6 minutes in front that I took away just now. Correct enough? Yeah. So 84 plus 6. So the total time is actually 90 minutes, and therefore this is my answer for this question. Well, they say increase in the amount on Tuesday and sorry, not Tuesday, but Thursday from Wednesday. Agree so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's ask ourselves Thursday, how much is on Thursday? Do you know how much is on Thursday?
No.
You have no values, right?
Yeah.
When you have no values, what do I always say? Use units to represent, right? Right now. So let's talk about Thursday first. Thursday is how many units? Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Correct not? Right?
Yeah.
So I agree with you, it's 18. Very good. So Thursday is 18 units. Am I making sense? Or in fact, you can say $18, but again, we don't know whether if it's $1 everything. Then never mind, we'll just put 18 units first. Can? Wednesday is how many units? 20 units. Very good. So what is the question asking us? The percentage decrease. If I ask you for decrease, you'll just say 2.
Yeah.
But if I ask you for percentage decrease means you need to times 100. But I'm not asking you to do 2 times 100. You must go 2. How do I get 2? Right? It's 20 minus 18. Over the original. What is the original? The original is always not the smaller one. It's always the earlier one. The earlier one. What is earlier? Wednesday comes first or Thursday comes first? Wednesday, right? So 20 over 18. 20 minus 18 over 20 times 100. So 2 over 20 times 100. All right. And that's the reason why your answer for this question has to be 10%.
Hi everyone, if you like this video, you can click right here for a similar video or you can view our playlist here.